Hi everybody, welcome to Terry's Empty Canvas. Today we're doing an experiment. I'm working on a few different projects and I wanted to find out if I could use masking fluid to help me achieve what I want to do on a couple of things. This is by Winsor & Newton masking fluid. I like how it's tinted so you can tell it different easily from the canvas or paper or whatever you're using it on. It's traditionally used in watercolors, but I want to find out, I don't know, let's just jump in and see what happens. We'll put these aside, let them dry. Make sure you clean your brush very well as soon as possible. Will ruin the brush. So this is an experiment. I've used masking fluid in the past, but I've only ever used it on mixed media paper or just like a sketchbook paper with watercolors. If you notice, it has a tint to it, so it's easy to tell where it's at. I'm not sure, I've never used it on acrylics or on a canvas or on 100% cotton paper. And before I mess up my little fairy drawing I want to do, I want to find out how so once it dries, you just peel it up. And then basically, I'll show you, basically once it dries, you can paint all over, all around it and let that dry. And then you can peel this up, and wherever this is, just like using painter's tape, very similar, except you have a little bit more control. There'll be none of that paint that you just painted over that in that area. Supposedly. I should not have shooken this up right before I opened it. I did. So there's lots of air bubbles, which means whatever I paint over this could seep through those little things. We'll find out. Don't shake first. Or shake and let sit. Make sure you have a brush that you don't mind getting destroyed, because it can destroy it. Curious to see if this works. We're gonna find out. Alright, while we're waiting on that to dry, I want to try another experiment as well. Let's see. Painter's tape. It's pretty awesome. I'm curious how it works with 100% cotton paper. We're gonna try it 2 different ways. I didn't need a piece that big, but okay. There. Not straight. That's okay. And what the heck? This painting here did not come out the way I wanted anyway, so experiment canvas. I'm gonna do one of these at a time, because yeah, I have to. I'm gonna try putting gloss pouring medium over just one of them, not the other. Yeah, I had these too close together. Oh well. I thought about trying to use, my first instinct was grab some Mod Podge And I'm like, hello, Terry. The tape's not gonna come off at all. You're gonna have a big blue piece of tape there. So hopefully it comes off now. We're gonna find out. Okay, so first of all, this fluid, this masking fluid is latex based. If you're allergic to latex, don't recommend you use it. Just throwing that out there. We're gonna try a couple of different swipes in a couple of different ways. This is the watercolor paper, and this is cheap dollar store crimson watercolor. That one's thick. And this one I've thinned down quite a bit with water. Get a thinner layer. See how, you know, we're testing, let's test. And because this is part of what I want to do in my next project, sea salt. I'm gonna set that aside and let it dry. This is our tape with the gloss medium over it. This is the regular tape without it. It's the thicker of the two. It's the same paint. This one is thicker with less water added. This one is thinner with more water added. Underneath here I have pencil. Underneath here I have a black, it's actually a Sharpie pen marker, or Sharpie pen. And this is just the fluid, the masking fluid. I'm gonna put this aside. Now, I'm not gonna waste my time with watercolors on this because I'm not gonna use watercolors on this for what I'm doing right now anyway. So, I have here, just for experimental sake, some Artist Loft pre-mixed, ready to pour paint. I picked black because it's easy to see. Can you see? You probably cannot see the sheen. This right here is dry. It's still gonna be tacky. It's supposed to be tacky so that you can peel it up. Don't peel it up yet. Don't peel it up. Okay. This one, I have the gloss pouring medium over it, which is by, who was that by? What did I use? Pouring Masters gloss pouring medium, and this is just tape. Just to keep things fair. Let's push the edges down a little better. And let's see if this works. I was just gonna pour it because basically I want to use this for pouring, but I don't want to use all my paint, so I'll spread it out a little bit. I could use the palette knife, I guess. I'm very curious if this masking fluid works. But now, yeah, it's gonna take forever to dry if I leave it that thick. Don't want to have to continue this video tomorrow. So let's see how this goes. I don't see the gloss pouring medium being an issue as of right now, in my head anyway, if I'm gonna be pouring paints, because it's gonna be so thick. With a brush, I can tell it's a little bit harder to, the coverage is harder to do. It's a little bit streakier than the other, but that's okay. Oh, this test might not be conclusive anyway because this canvas has silicone in it. I just thought about that. Alright, let this dry and let's see what happens there. Well, dang, let's see what happened. Let's start with this one. If I can see what I'm doing. Oh, dry enough for experiments, but yeah, it does what tape does. Let's see if this comes up. Well, just make sure it's completely dry, but those lines are way cleaner than that. I'll try to zoom in. Let's see if this masking fluid comes off. And the paint's dry, but not cured. I just kind of wanted to know if the masking fluid would come out, because I let it sit long enough. I am liking that. I'm gonna use this for my dragon. Yes, I am. Maybe this in some places. Probably not this. Okay. Well, let's look at the other. It's the watercolor paper, or cotton, 100% cotton paper. Get the sauce off. See that effect the salt did? I like that. I like that effect. Oh, that wants to come up. Cool. Nice. Now I want to know if it peels up the pencil. And yes, it does a little bit, but not too much to where you can't see it. Okay, cool. The marker just a tad too, but not too much. Okay. Yeah. Did not think that would work, and it did not at all. Made kind of a cool effect, but not what I want. Let's see. Okay. So that one worked way better than that one, but the integrity of the paper underneath. See how I peeled right here? Right there? That wasn't supposed to peel off. It just did. So I'm gonna stick with the masking fluid on this, but see what happens when you add sea salt. Get this cool effect. The bigger the salt, different effects. The more you add, the different effect. But yeah, this tells me exactly what I want to know for how I'm gonna proceed with my next few experiments. I'm excited. Yes. Hey, do me a favor, like and subscribe and hit that ring button and keep watching to see what I'm doing next. I might come up with something to do with that. That would actually is kind of cool looking, but not for like masking. Yeah. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. See you soon.